All right, Coach. Well, autumn starting to give way to the first hints of winter as we are at a chilly MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Singletary with his first carry of the game. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and helped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
Check Mike. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
From the 35 on second down, Darnold is brought in by Jamison Crowder. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Watch the safety creep.
Hey, watch it.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Lucky.
On second down, Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2 times. Out. 3 down. Out. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Ship.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And McManus able to put it through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick,
it's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now it's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. 27 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st down, Williams. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half, maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Darnold. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Henry Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bills will take over at their own 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the grab by Croft. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyler Croft. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That one good for 33 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. 64, weak. Get that quarterback.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, But they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Allen now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run on first down. Grant.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. On play action, Allen. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays that could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one?
I put a star. I put a star. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
$17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Darnold complete to Crowder. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Now Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Basham. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Allen. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Allen, that one complete to Yeldon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He finds Yeldon. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Alert, alert, alert. X3, 218, chop. Undercut, undercut, undercut.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They go back to Grant. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Corey Grant, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and it converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Space to maneuver at the 40. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They go right back to Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. He'll get 3 up to midfield. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Allen off the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now Allen. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll look to run with Singletary. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Nice little juke. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They run it again with Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Then he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Tight team spill. Alert, alert, alert.
He's checking. Crash.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. And that's complete to Kroft. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Allen now looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And they will take a knee here. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Buffalo, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, They'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.